What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Oshin. This is Oshin's View. You already know who I'm in the building with, little brother Devin Epps.
What's good?
Also on the boards, Willie Negro.
What's good?
For those that don't know, my guy, MJ, he didn't win it, excuse me. They have now named the NBA MVP award after his airness, and it was a long time coming.
As they should.
Heavy stuff, man.
His Jumpman logo is already on the jerseys. Yeah. So who knows what's going to happen when this brother goes with the ancestors. But they want you to call it, so all that is good and well, it's a long time overdue. The LeBronites are their feelings, but, let them stay there for a second. I was having a conversation earlier with a few ladies, and they were talking about guys always trying to get over on them by not wanting to plan a date, not wanting to take them on a date, even though they're asking for a date. They just want to hang out. So it got me to thinking, is there really a difference between dating and hanging out? Yes, there actually is a difference between dating and hanging out, but I want to hear what y'all definitions are first before I get into my monologue about what dating and hanging out is really.
All right. Well, for me, I feel like dating is a little bit more like formal. It's more planned out. There's more thought behind it. While a date, hanging out is just it is what it is. You come as you are. Kind of no expectations on it. It's real, kind of laissez-faire kind of situation. You're just feeling each other out.
You just couldn't wait to say laissez-faire.
It's been in the back pocket.
I just know
it's been in the back pocket for a while.
Yeah, okay,
so
okay.
I had to every once in a while.
All right, so with your explanation, then you kind of agreeing with the young lady, like it's kind of trying to get off the hook from spending a little bread.
I want to say it's getting them off the hook. Because hanging out is definitely still it's something that's necessary. But I feel like honestly that a date can't be hanging out. But you can, I'm sorry. Hanging out on a date. Oh shit, I fucked that up. My bad. Fuck it. Go ahead.
Well, clearly, this is what happens. This is what happens to these.
I lost it.
No, this is what happens to daters. You know what I'm saying, to daters, and the reason over your words, brother, is because you didn't take the book of Ocean Sisms. Sisms. Whatever you put isms at the back, you put them at the end of the word.
Okay.
Anyway, so fine, make it easy. This is Nisisms. So
there we go. That works. That works better. That flows a little more.
I personally feel that without hanging out, there is no date. There is no date.
Okay.
That is kind of my principle. You know why? It's not about it giving broke vibes. It's given.
Because that's what they'll say. They'll say
most definitely. That's
that it's giving broke vibes.
First
I don't care what they say. Because I'm point this. We are standing in manhood. I'm like, you can say what you want to say. You're still going to take this hangout. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to take this hangout.
We're going to hang out. Oh, we're going to hang out.
I'm going to tell you why.
Music voice.
Because with the hangout is this. It's basically trials.
Right. So when we're hanging out, think about what a trial is. I'm going to drive. You're going to drive. Mm-hmm. Because what does that do? That empowers both parties. Oh, yeah.
Because the minute you don't feel it or I don't feel it, the fake call or the walk to the bathroom, come back, we can leave. And you're not
What if she don't got a car?
I don't even care about that. I don't even care about if she ain't got no car.
He's got bail money.
Exactly. Yeah, the bail bonds been over.
Yeah, right.
But, so, if she's driving, I'm driving, no problem, there's no pressure.
Right.
Just listen to how we break this down. It's going to be no pressure the whole way. Mm-hmm. We're going to go to a nice happy hour. You know why?
Oh, yeah.
Because wings, nuggets, chicken tenders, whatever you want to have,
right.
it's real cost efficient.
Yeah.
Cost efficient
Drinks half off.
Doesn't mean because I'm broke.
Right.
It just means, look here, I'm not really trying to eat. Because first off, we didn't even talk. All we did was exchange phone numbers and we text 2 or 3 times. That's the part that's missing too.
Right.
We probably didn't even have a long conversation. If I met you on a Thursday night and we just spoke real quick and we know we're both off for the weekend, yo, you know what, let's get up tomorrow.
Right.
We ain't really on the phone or nothing. This is why the hangout is so important.
Mm-hmm.
So then after you get there. After you get
You heard it. You heard it too, right? Yeah, you heard it. Okay. All right.
This is why, because this is where I'm gonna go, yo. This is why I'm disagreeing. If you spend money, you on a date. I'm sorry.
If you spend money on a date,
You on a date, yeah.
No,
You spend money on a date. On a date.
you can hang out at the bar. You can go hang out at the
It's a cheat
movies.
day.
No, it's not because there's no thought behind it. Actually, there's no thought behind it. What you call it? The whole purpose of the
Right.
hangout is to first off, everybody's inhibitions are low. Everybody's
No,
inhibitions are low.
to say that is saying that if I spend more money, then the expectations rise.
It's
Yes.
not something. No,
I don't disagree with that statement.
no, but it's not.
I don't disagree with that
My thing
statement.
is this. My thing
What's
is
wrong with that
this.
statement?
No.
Because everything wrong with that statement, yo.
The problem is
Everything.
this. The problem is this. It's not about how much money is being spent.
Right, okay.
It's about if you really trying to get to know this person and see where they at. Because my whole thing is this. Okay, fine, let's do it his way, the bail bondsman way.
Okay, let's go.
Fine.
Let's go to Negro way.
We go out there. We're gonna go to the most expensive thing. Go to the most expensive.
Shame
thing.
on Reese to say we
That's
can.
not what I said.
No, that doesn't mean that I even enjoy your company on anything.
Right,
That's just
right.
showing, okay, bet. So for the dudes that's walking around with a lot of money, where's the sentiment in that? Because they'll
Right.
take the same chick. They'll take 5 different chicks to the same expensive joint, spend $300-$400.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, it's
But I
nothing.
think,
Right, right.
but I think we
Five times
saying
and
the
it
same
means
thing
nothing.
though.
Right, right.
But I think we saying the same thing. What I'm saying is that's a date the same way as if I take you in down to the bar and get you some chicken tenders and a couple drinks. That's a date too.
No, but the problem is the whole thing is this.
They just don't appreciate that
no,
date.
I don't think that's not what they appreciate. What I'm saying is this: for a date, for a woman, it might be more planning in terms of even her outfit.
Exactly.
That's the whole thing.
Exactly.
With the hangout, there's no real big plan. Chicks know how to dress casually cool. That's for one. Because the first thing a woman gonna say on a date, tell me how she dress.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They're not telling you.
Right.
You're not telling them.
Just
how
tell
to
you, come
dress
over.
for
Yeah,
the
come
hangout.
as you are.
Do not come as you are. So when they come as they are, nobody's but like this. We're both attracted to each other. We've already got past that stage.
Nah,
so
y'all
we don't
letting,
have to bring
I
that.
think y'all letting these women off the hook. Y'all letting them
No,
off.
no, what's hold up?
do.
What's happening is this. If you a dater, we'll just say you a dater.
Yeah, he a dater.
That's it.
I'm not though.
Just say you a
I'm
dater.
not though.
Oh, you a hangout
I'm
guy,
not,
huh?
though.
Oh, you a
So
hangout
you-
guy.
100% I'm a hangout
What's a
guy.
hangout guy?
100%. Listen, bro, I was broke. Let's just be real.
Okay.
Yeah, you was probably dating while you was
I was broke. No, I was not dating. I was hanging all the way out. I was spending $0.
So why is there so much pushback to
Because
the
y'all letting chicks off the hook. My thing is that statement that she said, "Oh, they be trying to get over and taking us. They be hanging out instead of it." No, they be dating you. They just don't take you to the expensive date because it's the first date and it ain't supposed to be expensive.
No, but the whole thing is this: it can get to that point where it's not. First of all, I don't care how much the date costs. What I'm saying is,
It matters though.
No, not really. Not
It
the
does
first
matter
time.
because you spending all this money and you doing all this extravagant stuff to get to know somebody. What if you don't like her?
That's why you hang out.
Yeah.
But a date is still a hangout.
No,
it's not.
dating can be hanging out, but hanging out can't be a date.
When
That's
you
the
spend
shit I was
money,
trying
it's
to.
a date.
That's the shit I was trying to get off earlier.
When you
by the
spend
way.
money,
That's
it's
what
a
I was trying to get
date.
off.
Okay, bet. So
You spend
fine.
money as a
So
date.
fine. We both go to this happy hour. She spends her own money. I spend my own money.
Y'all was hanging out.
Exactly.
That's a hangout.
Exactly.
That's a hangout.
That's the point.
But what I said is, if you spend money, that's a date.
No, you're saying no. Say what you really want to say. If you spend money
On her. Yeah,
then
on
it's a-
her.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
But
if you
that's
spend
not
money
what
on
we
her, that's a
talking
date.
about. Yeah, but the whole thing
But
is
that's
this.
what she talking about.
No, not
she
really.
talking about if you taking me on this cheap date. What she was saying is this cheap date is not a date. We just hanging out.
The difference is this.
And I say if I spend money, that's a date.
Just a
And
date.
that's you. And my thing is this. When she asks me, so is this a date? I'm going to say no.
No.
That's the difference.
Right.
I'm going to tell her up
No,
front,
it's not a date.
This isn't a date. This isn't a date. Because for one,
All right.
because I put this. The first thing I would say, so she'd be like, so this is a date? Not really.
Not
We
really.
just,
Not really.
Not really. We just going to, you know what I'm saying, hang out. Now, they can take it for, oh, well, whatever is money. That's chicks that maybe you dodge the bullet if that's the first thing they thinking. But for the woman that's like, okay, cool, I get it. He wants to get to know me. Things like
Right,
that.
right.
Because my thing is this. Never mind the car that you got, and this, that, and the third, and maybe jewelry you could buy. Never mind all that. What I'm saying is this. The hangout is about the inhibitions that'll be up. Because you get to see the woman, and she gets to see you in a calm setting where there's no pressure. Because
No
when it comes to
representatives.
date, when it comes to date, it's all about impressing.
Right.
Now it's all
There
about
you
impressing
go.
once
Yeah.
a date is involved. But when the hangout, it's kind of like we just filling each other out. We just seeing how we. First off, the hangout shows if we even like being around each
Right.
other
It's that-
in public settings.
Vibe
That's
check.
for one. Thank you. It's a vibe track. Now, for Go ahead.
So when you meet a young lady,
Uh-huh.
this is of course hypothetical. You meet a young lady, you talk to her, you never like, yo, let me take you somewhere so I can get to know you. Like, let me take you out.
yes, and it's backfired on me ridiculously. This is why I understood what a hangout and a date is. Story time.
Okay.
Okay. So check it out. It was this young lady. We were in a Facebook group. She's
Okay.
very attractive. I'm talking about like IG model attractive.
Okay. All right.
That everybody's always trying to holler. Usually the chick that you like, I ain't going in her DM because she got 1,000 of these joints.
Right.
But
It's a graveyard in there.
I made a joke. She laughed.
Okay.
And she was giving me the vibes of other dudes came behind me and tried to make mad jokes or whatever, but she kept tagging me. So first off, it don't take much for me to think a chick is interested in me.
Right.
Just say hi, and that's it. So
Yeah, don't touch me.
she said, she
touch barrier, nigga?
She tagged me a few times. So I said, let's see what happens.
Man, let's see what happens.
So I jumped in. She was like, hey, how you doing? We get to talking. Well, I get right to it. Let's see where we can go with this. Let's go hang out. I said, let's go on a date. She said, fine. Where do you want to go? And I said, Joe, meet me over here because she did live a little further.
Is that two different things though?
What?
Is it different if you said, yo, we should hang out, or let's go on a date? Is that two different?
Oh, I found out.
You found out? Okay. All right.
Because I said I was meaning hang out, but out my mouth says
Date.
let's go on
A date. Okay. All right. Okay.
So I go like this. I say, let's go on this date.
Uh-huh.
So now the hangout shit is out the window.
It's out the window,
This is once again, this is what made me start realizing you can't escape the hangout.
Right.
Because you don't want this to happen to you, what happened to me.
Right.
Now, so we go to right here, Maryland Live. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
All right. Oh,
We
the
go
casino.
to the casino.
All right.
I'm a street gambler.
Okay.
I
All
don't
right.
really gamble in casinos.
Handshake bets, dice
know what I'm saying? Like
games.
that.
Yeah.
Dice game,
Right.
cards, and that one.
Let's see which junkie's faster.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
Now, what I do is this. Because they had Phillips there.
Okay.
So I said,
Okay.
okay,
All right.
nice little restaurant.
Yeah.
I kind of already had in my mind, whatever. So I had
seafood dinner.
Yeah. So I had $600 on me.
Okay.
Or whatever.
All right.
About that. $500 or $600.
Like
So-
walking around money.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So we go like this. We get there. They say it's an hour wait. I'm like, okay, bet we gonna talk around, walk around the mall a little bit, casino.
Right.
She then turns to me and says, well, since it's an hour wait, we might as well gamble while we wait.
Oh.
Red flag number one. So
You presumptuous bitch.
so she says we should gamble.
Okay.
So now I'm like, back in my mind, I'm like, sure, what do you like to play?
Yeah, right.
I guess you use your money.
Right.
Obviously, you brought some gambling money for you to gamble.
Okay, Daddy, oh shit.
Going bad.
Yeah, let's go, right.
So
This
I
is
go.
going bad.
So I say, okay, no problem. So we go. We get around. I forgot what she played. So I gave her $100. Now the reason why I gave her $100 is because I'm not gonna lie. For one, this bitch was beautiful.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that.
All right.
She was beautiful.
And it's a date. There's
date.
expectations
That's
here.
right.
And now I'm
I wouldn't have given her nothing.
Now I'm in
Fuck
already.
outta
I'm already in impress mode.
Okay.
So I give it $100.
Yeah.
What I'm really doing is I gave it $100, but I'm in my head subtracting what I won't eat.
What you won't eat now? Right.
I'm looking like
The prime rib is off.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
off.
So
The prime rib is out. It's out there.
I'm already a shrimp and French fry guy.
Right,
So
right.
I'm like, I know what this is going to cost. I hope she doesn't have. Hope she's not a lush.
Right.
No lie, she gambles.
Okay.
She loses that 100
The whole 100.
in about 10 minutes.
The whole 100.
I mean, that's easy to do.
and
Oh, it is. It
very
is.
easy
Bro,
to
trust
do.
me. Trust me.
So she loses the $100.
Okay.
So then I'm like, so she was like, damn. She was like, just wasn't my night. I said, guess not.
No,
sure
it wasn't.
Sure wasn't
Sure
your
was
night.
not.
Sure as hell wasn't.
Sure hell wasn't your night. She wants to gamble some more.
Oh, she does.
Oh man, no.
She was like, Dad, she was like, won't you try? Back in my mind, I'm like, try what? I'm already getting the shrimp and fries. What do you want me to get next?
Bitch, you already tried it. You already tried it. All right.
I'm like,
With my money.
the next step is the dinner rolls
Yeah, right.
and something else. So I say, okay, no problem. It's an awkward silence that goes between us.
Right.
So I'm like, let's just walk and talk.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Let's just walk and talk. Because I know that shit is not
let's buy some time. Let's buy some time.
We talking and everything. And I start asking her questions like, now I'm kind of on the defense. I'm like, so, you know, what do you guys normally take you for dates? And she was like, oh, I've been on shopping dates. I've been on dates where guys have, first off, this bitch was from 2050 because this was back in maybe 2011. She was already talking about being flued out.
Oh, being flued out. She was already there.
Before it was even
She was a flued out veteran already.
Exactly.
Right.
So she was like, yeah, this one guy flew me to Paris one time. I said, I know how this date is going to end.
Right.
It's going to either end with me smacking it or just striking out completely.
Right.
Fast forward, we got to dinner. It was so quiet. It was not a whole lot of conversation. She's on her phone. What you call it? I went away from my whole game plan. She's on her looking at the watch, and it's like 11:30. So no, it's like 11 o'clock. So now I'm getting defensive, like, oh, you looking at your watch? I'm about to look at mine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Here we go. Yeah,
What I got to do? Because it was a club that wasn't that far from the spot. So I was like, shit, I still got time to get there. So after the awkward silence and everything, she was like, I really got to get home. She was like, you mind if I take this to go? I was like, have at it. And so the guy came, I'm talking about literally the guy came, dropped off the food, and in about 2 minutes, he was picking the food back up, put it in the box for her. I had my 12 shrimp and french fries. I was like, garçon, might as well put this in the box for me. And she went about her business, and this is when I knew it really was a wrap. When we went to give the hug, it wasn't the embraced hug that we gave when we first got up with each other. That shit was
the butt out tap, the church hug. The church hug, man.
That was a
not the metaphor for how far you are from the pussy. You'll never see it again.
That was a telltale. That was a telltale sign. Got the church hug, and I want to say she gave me the 2 taps on the back. Those are the taps of death.
Right.
The taps of death.
Yeah, you know, get about it.
Because that's all right. So when they be like, okay, you get the 2 taps on your back, that's the tap of death. That means it's over.
It's the equivalent to the officer giving you the 2 taps on the hood. You're going to jail, buddy.
Exactly.
It's nothing good comes from 2 taps.
Nothing good comes from 2
But that was all your fault, yo.
Of course it was.
That was all your fault because you said, "Hey, you want to go on a date?"
Exactly.
Instead
They
of
automatically put you in an arena with Paris fly out.
But the problem is, there's a lesson in every L because I was already a hangout dude, but I jumped the gun trying to be a date dude off top, going off of my game plan because of how she looked or whatever.
Right.
After that, I didn't give a damn who you were. You was definitely getting the hangout before a date. Prerequisite.
Yeah.
And that's how that was.
I'm gonna be real. It could be giving broke. I'll just be giving broke.
Yeah, right.
It's about to get broken. That's just that.
You know what? You heard what music said. He said, we're going to chill. we going to chill. You're going to get comfortable. You're going to feel secure because you with me.
And that's about it.
God damn it.
Do guys, can we be like cheap floozies? Because I say that because it's just like,
What?
Women, you ever heard of a woman saying that a guy made them wait for sex?
No.
Nah, that shit don't happen.
In the history of ever.
That gives me Gary Apple Yellow vibes.
Yeah, right.
I'm sorry, this whole, I think I've tried so many things that I'm just looking like, I know when shit backfires, and I know when you just, you know what I'm saying, jump the gun for the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
I think once, matter of fact, I don't think, I had one time, I had a young lady over, and I liked her. I've been trying to get her up for a minute, and I kind of had her on the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a guy that rip and ran, you know what on the ropes mean.
Right.
She
Right.
pretty much got her shirt off.
Right.
Shoes are off.
Mm-hmm.
The button on the pants are unbuckled. You know what I'm saying? Like it's unbuttoned.
Right.
It's a quick zip, and then you just wait for that arch in the back to pull them down. I have the nerve to tell this chick. I was like, you know what? I really like you. Let's chill. We take it a little slow. Nigga, I didn't hit it again. I didn't hit it until a year and some change later.
Jesus.
Because you was tripping. Like,
yeah, you were
why did you do
wilding.
that?
Yeah, right.
Because once again, players fuck up.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the time I used to overthink shit.
Yeah.
My thing was, let me just cool, show her that I like her. She's already gonna let me hit it.
You were already getting ready to have sex,
Exactly.
sir. What are you doing?
No, hold up. She was giving me kind of, I don't know, and saying no's a little bit. So I didn't want to just be like, nah. Of course, we all know us guys. First of all, every guy's voice, we have the same voice when we're trying to convince ladies on when it's time to have sex. So this is my regular voice when I'm talking. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? You know, when you rap it to the ladies.
Right.
But when you in that bedroom and every guy's been there and she might have a bra on and then she be in the panties, but she's still on the fence like she don't know if she don't want to go, you can be Barry White. Your voice is going to turn into, I'm just saying. Nobody's going to, nobody's judging you. Nobody's been judging you. Everything, I'm still going to have respect for you in the morning time. Everything is cool. Nobody's thinking of nothing. You do, come on, it'll be all right. Like everybody goes to that.
That's the voice. That's definitely the voice, yo.
Oh, God.
That is clearly the voice.
It's the most non-threatening voice you can possibly have.
Exactly.
Yo.
No matter what.
That's crazy.
I kind of hit her with that. So I'm talking to her with the voice. Like, look, I still respect you.
The coercion
Nobody's
voice.
gonna do nothing. Everything is cool. You just be all right. You know what I'm saying? Just continue to move. You still want to like, yo.
It's hilarious.
The coercion voice.
Yeah,
because you want
I don't know where y'all get your voice from. Mine is a mixture of myself / LL Cool J. Because if you listen to the tone, it's the same. When I'm alone in the room, it's the exact same voice. It's the same voice.
It's the same voice.
So
It's the same voice.
I did that, and I wound up not hitting it that day. It took a year and like 2 months for me to actually hit it because we never got back up for whatever reason.
Right, man.
Now, granted, the next
You
time
probably pissed her off.
I thought of that. I said, "Yo, I blew it."
Yeah, you blew that one.
So then,
Nah, not really, yo. If she giving you maybe vibes or nah, I don't think so, then hey, man.
He had the pants unzipped.
That's a fact. I just
It was, you know what it was?
I'm trying.
It was Deshaun Jackson's rookie year. When he would score touchdowns and then toss the ball before he got to the goal line.
That's
exactly what he was doing.
that's exactly what it was. So I say all that to say, we're not really making women wait, but guys, we can play games a certain way.
Okay.
I think I've indulged in a few of those every now and then. Like, I was so arrogant at one point. This one chick, I didn't even hit it because it was a rumor that she slept with another dude who I thought was the corniest dude in the world.
Right.
That's a fact.
And she was like, yo, she was trying to get up. I said, how could you fuck with? I said, if you could fuck with him, it ain't no way you can
Hey,
fuck
yo,
with a nigga
this
like
nigga
me.
got indignant.
You see him? Did you see
got
him?
indignant.
It was the hand. This shit right here.
could
When you don't
you-
even use your whole finger, like a finger to point, you use your whole hand on the nigga. That's indignation at its best right there. This shit right. Disgust.
Yeah. And I was just like, but the crazy thing was, I was like, why did you let that go? Because she was once again good looking. The rumor was never confirmed
At all.
and
my God.
just let it go. But I was just
Nigga
like,
thought he was Jay-Z. He thought it was
pretty much.
He thought it was Jay-Z.
Pretty much. But I'm just looking like, so guys, we're not really doing that kind of stuff. But speaking of guys that's on some bullshit, your man, Derek Jackson with an X.
Hey, man. I forgot all about this guy, son.
Derek Jackson with an X is appropriate. That's very appropriate.
It is.
See what I did there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So This dude is now divorced. I'm going to tell you the funniest part of that whole thing with the divorce thing. They said he was with another chick. Social media blew him up.
Mm-hmm.
His wife found out.
Right.
And then he said he wants a divorce.
Oh, shit.
Like, that was crazy.
He really is the sick ass nigga we all thought he was.
Like, he got caught.
Sick ass.
He got caught and was like, the nerve. How the fuck you gonna catch me out there? I want a divorce. I want a divorce.
Where's the trust?
But the problem is this. I don't know if he made some bread off of what he was doing. I'm pretty sure he did something.
Yeah, he was doing some. He had a book.
Because he kind of was doing his thing before Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, he was like, he was Kevin Samuels before Kevin Samuels.
He was a nut ass nigga.
He was always trying to go on in on dudes. That's the part I didn't respect.
And that was what we saw. As soon as we saw who he was, and we could smell that shit from a mile away. True story. My godbrother actually went to Tuskegee University with Derek Jackson.
Okay.
He was a way to put it, a fringe football player there who was an ultimately corny ass nigga.
He was a nut ass nigga. You can tell he was a nut ass nigga.
That's a direct quote. He was a corny ass nigga who was barely on the football team. Was how he looked at Derek Jackson while he was.
I mean, listen, when you doing all this man bashing and you a man. That's like,
and you'll never uncorn yourself.
The women was eating it up though.
Oh yeah.
They was eating it up.
Yeah.
But niggas can see through that
immediately.
Like you doing that
immediately
just for the attention of women, and he was using it. He was probably taking some shit down. But the corny niggas got a dirty Mac to do what they got to do, man.
Exactly.
The whole thing about the dirty Mac, especially with him, it's like dudes would have respected it as if you call dudes out on stuff that we do,
right?
But then be like, you gotta have some balance. Like, look here, ladies, we ain't always moving like this, that, and the third.
Right.
I think up here at Ocean's View, we give a nice balance of, look here, dudes, we kind of be on the shit. This is why I don't really argue some of the things that chicks say, because I kind of be like, we do that.
Yeah, niggas do
that. We have the propensity to do that kind of thing.
I ain't mad at him.
I'm not just falling in line just because
I'm the one that be shooting them bell, huh?
Yeah, you should.
It'd be me, huh?
Yeah,
all right.
No, he shoots bell just all the time, just no matter what.
He's a bell bossman. He's a bell bossman.
No, he's a walking, talking.
I call it like I see it. I call it like I see it, bro. It is what it is.
But you're seeing it from light-skinned eyes, and that's the part. That's the part that I'm looking like. See, this is why brothers like Derek Jackson are who they are, because they know who the real threat is. I'll be
so the real threat is light-skinned niggas.
Well, at least for him, because I'm not a part of that thing. I'm not dark enough to be on Derek Jackson's side.
And
I'm not light enough to be on y'all side.
It's y'all mid niggas, man. You just said mid ass niggas.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, mid niggas don't know what side. Don't know what side you gonna be on.
First of all, just because you identify with the color of a waffle, nigga, does not mean that my color is mid. This is a caramel tone here, sir. Okay, I don't fucking mid. Just refer to my skin as mid, nigga. Like my clothes can be mid, my shoes, but not my skin, nigga. You never call my skin mid.
Hey, I'm a defend light skins to the end, bro.
Yeah.
We all of us, Drake, everybody.
Oh God.
Yeah.
We could talk about that nigga later.
I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about it.
The jewelry, disgusting.
Oh, God, that was.
Oh, the 42.
Yeah,
the 42,
that's just you sensitive ass.
No, that's disgusting for real.
That's wow.
No.
So
he's taking
did
light skinned niggas back. That's what he doing.
He got a pendant. A necklace made of 42 individually set engagement style diamonds. And he said it was for the 42 times he wanted to propose and didn't.
He wanted to propose?
There was 42 different times he wanted to propose and he didn't do it.
What type of nigga want to propose 42 times, yo?
The same nigga that was like, I'm more than just an option. I can see him proposing 42 times in his mind with that kind of shit.
This and many other reasons is why he just can't be the guy. He can't be the guy.
Like, yo, listen, and you know,
he can't be the guy. Will
my light skinned brother? He's taking us back.
He's setting you back. He's setting you back.
I be trying to keep a little bit for Drake, but sometimes he do some wild shit. Yeah, I just can't defend this. This is crazy.
Yeah, 42.
And it's a lie. I can't believe it. No,
I can't believe that he. Maybe he's the type. Now watch. I'm just throwing it out there. In a few weeks, it's going to be, yeah, I didn't want to propose to 42 women. I wanted to propose 42 times, but it was to the same woman.
Right.
He's
going to be like when I was back in the six.
No, that's a bar though.
I was in love with Rihanna.
That's a bar.
And at that time when this is around the time that I was at the height of the beef with Kanye. So when those kind of things happen, you fall in love in different ways. So I had to.
What are you doing, bro?
It's the drink.
He sounds like the nigga.
This is how.
What are you doing?
No, Will, you don't understand because
what are you doing?
when you come from the six, this is how.
Yeah.
This is how you talk.
Stop, yo.
This is how you have to communicate. You don't understand that this is at the time when me and Ye are like going back and forth. Like it's a fight to the death between me and Kanye. And then Jay Prince had to get involved. And once he was involved, it was like all hell broke loose. I mean, this is how real it got. Pusha T was at my neck. I don't know how else to say it.
Yo, you gotta chill, yo.
Six God is alive.
Yo, what is happening right now, yo?
I'm trying to get that Drake impression off for like 2 years.
Oh no, that was crazy.
I'm working
that was crazy.
I've been working the Drake impression.
Drake, I will be tagging Drizzy now.
Yo, yeah,
all we need him is to say something, put you in a bar. If he puts you in a bar,
but that is a bar. Yo, I didn't want to propose to 42 women. I just wanted to propose 42 times to the sake. That's a bar.
It is.
It's a bar.
It's a Drake bar. Is what it is.
Bar.
It's a Drake bar.
That one on personally. So
it didn't work on Pusha though. It didn't work.
Didn't work.
But it's a bar.
I tell you who's not getting proposed to.
Who's that?
Young Miami.
Oh shit!
She's fine with it.
That shit hurt my heart.
She's fine with it.
Leave Young Miami alone.
See no mama? That's mama. But fuck about no damn Young Miami.
Old Miami. Old Miami.
Old Miami.
All right, though. Young Miami's having a good time, yo.
Okay.
She's having a good time, yo. She is living her life, and y'all. I think y'all being a little too judgmental.
Oh, but what's crazy about this conversation, right? Is that when we had a pre-conversation about this, and I mentioned it. And I was like, because I was like, you asked like who Young Miami. I was like, that's Diddy's side bitch. And Will genuinely looked me in my eyes and was like, that's not his side bitch. Like he really shoots bail. Like this really who he is, yo. It's really, he really like he really. No, I was like, that's not his side bitch. That's really his girl. They got a situation.
Chill out. No, I did not say that.
You said it like that. You said that's not a side bitch. That's not a side bitch. Like he was tired of people saying that.
He was offended.
He was offended by it. That's how he felt.
First of all, she messed with the nigga. Yo, literally, she said her words.
What was her words?
I feel like you single, but we go together. Yo, that is the most G shit I ever heard in my life. Diddy is my idol.
Facts.
And that is hard as shit. Like, yo, she know what it is.
She does.
I feel like you're single, but we go together. Yo, that's the hardest shit ever. Yo, she's the real MVP. I don't care what none of y'all say.
Well, she's MVP because
put it that way. I mean,
Puff's got M's, damn near B's, or whatever. So we get it.
So she's supposed to feel like that. That's what she's saying.
That's cool.
That's what the tweet was like. Yo, you would never, but I would, bitch. Like,
This is the thing, though. Never mind Young Miami in terms of that, because a lot of women are walking around with that same mentality. And you ain't messing with no Diddy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You messing with
dummy
Skid Row over here that got a few dollars, whatever, but his money is not worth the headache and the heartache that you're getting. That's the whole thing. So when they talking about, I'd rather, if he's going to pay all this, that, and the third. And that's another thing, ladies. I'm tired of y'all trying to be like, yo, as long as a guy's paying the money, this, that, and the third. That ain't even how y'all wired. Because at some point, it's going to get boring. At some point, you can talk all this, well, as long as he's paying my bills, as long as he's doing that, as long as he's doing this, that, and the third. That sounds cool. It sounds real and empowering, but that's not even how women are built. Because after a while, you want more. And what does that more come with? It has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with money.
Yeah, but after a while, well, you're right in this case. You're right. After a while, I believe that all women want more. But I believe that after a while, you can leave this nigga and get more.
Yeah.
But from where?
Shout out to Cassie.
Shout out to Cassie. Yeah, you
She
right.
messed with somebody else now?
She got kids and she married all that.
She left Diddy, took the trainer, married him, had kids with him.
Oh, so they've been broke up for a couple of years.
Oh yeah.
I've been all over the loop. I've been all over.
Yeah. That's how you do. You live the life. You get all the perks from it. You get older, and then you go get somebody else, and then you live the other life that you want to live.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. You young. Do what you got to do.
Right.
Live life. That's the problem.
You know, I never really shoot down like the women that choose to get body alterations.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Dominican Republic, Dr. Miami.
Right.
The BBLs.
But at some point, it's got to stop. It's got to stop.
Okay.
It's got to stop because the BBLs are coming with, it's like you get in the body and then the attitude is sold separately. Packaged together.
All right.
And
Attitude so separately. Okay.
So at this point, do you
See what you did there.
what does BBL even stand for?
I thought it was Brazilian butt lift.
Oh no. That's definitely not what BBL stands for.
What is that for?
Bitches be lying.
Hey
That's
yo.
exactly what it says.
Yo.
That's exactly
Hey,
what it says.
BBL stands for bitches be lying.
Hey, y'all got.
Put it on a t-shirt, Will.
I'm not putting that.
You not
on
put it on a t-shirt?
Oh,
I'll wear the shirt. I'll wear it. I'll wear the shirt.
the bell
Fuck,
bonds
I'll wear
will
the
never
shirt.
put BBL, bitches be lying.
Yo, first
Now,
of all, I appreciate a good BBL, so it is what it is.
Hey, nobody said we were against them.
no, nobody's
just
against
said
them.
that.
What I'm saying is, I'm against the attitude that comes with it once they get it. Because my thing is this: you don't get to be like, okay, guys wasn't really trying to holler, this, that, and the third. You go back, coming back looking like a damn blow-up doll, and now dudes is like, oh, I'm attracted. Huh, why weren't you attracted to me before? Bitch, because you had a flatty,
Yeah,
you
you
had
ain't-
flatty.
you had an ass. Yeah,
All right,
right.
but how is that not the same thing as a nigga getting some bread?
That's the whole thing. No, it's exactly the same thing, bail
Exactly.
bondsman. That's, if you don't say what you got,
Him.
it's literally the same thing.
Yo,
For
I
the-
just asked you a question. Yo,
I don't
y'all
like
niggas
your
is
tone.
crazy.
It's your tone. It's your tone. Right? I keep telling you it's your tone that I don't like. So
Well, how's that any different
You know
than
what I'm saying? Like that.
It's not. Niggas be on it like that
they
too.
definitely do. So when
Okay,
a guy,
okay.
okay, bet. So when a guy, all right, you know what? When a guy is not, it's a difference between not having any money and or then being at a certain level and then you know what I'm saying, you get some more bread.
Right.
Now, in my mind, I've always thought I was that dude.
Okay.
But I'm not going to front. When I grabbed the Beamer, I definitely had a little extra bop in the step.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
I got it because I was able to have a few more dollars because, you know what I'm saying, I was working and got some more money and stuff. So the approach became a little different.
Right.
I still believe I was the same person, but it definitely put a little extra arrogance on top. Like,
little sauce, little
see
nip
it.
on the chip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
right.
So when we walking out the spot, where you parked at? Oh, I'm right here. Oh, I didn't know it was right there. You know what I'm saying? And it's right there. You know, you got a nice joint out there. You sitting up. We get
Hey
it.
yo,
But you gotta-
You saying when you got the Beamer, you put a little extra sauce on it. When they get the BBLs, they put a little extra sauce on it. That's where the attitude come from.
Yeah, but the whole attitude this is the thing. Their attitude is more about, this is who I am. Y'all should have been sweating me. No, we shouldn't have. You had an iron board butt and you was flat Cheska up here. So it's like, yo, no. You went and said, you went and was shh, and then shh, coming out looking like Jessica Rabbit. Okay, back. And you think about it, ladies, you need to take a cue from Jessica Rabbit because all the other niggas had money, but she was sweating Roger Rabbit.
Facts.
That nigga was a regular nigga.
was regular.
Regular bunny ass nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Type
yo.
shit.
A
So,
regular bunny.
regular bunny ass
That's
nigga.
my
Like
bunny ass
that. So,
Yeah.
you ladies with the BBLs, continue to
But
do
you
your
know,
thing.
hey man, I would treat him just like I treated you when you got your Beamer. If you get the yo nigga,
In front of my face.
you still eat turkey sandwiches in hot chips every day.
Chicken breast. It was chicken breast. If you want to say it was chicken breast and cheeses you've never heard of before. And
Freshly sliced, though. It was always freshly sliced, though.
Freshly sliced
Freshly
and
sliced.
lemonade. And no, lemonade from Minute Maid. See, I used to get a little fancy. you remember the cartons of Minute Maid, the red
my
one.
goodness.
See,
The red one.
I used to just get the regular carton ones like that. Then I got the plastic bottles, the
jug.
red, the
the
jug
jug,
joint, the jug.
Yeah, right.
And the jug always tastes different from
Always
the
tastes
carton. I
better.
don't know why.
Always tastes
I don't know why.
better.
The
Always
exact
tastes better.
same juice, but it always tastes a
It
little
does.
different.
It
Tastes
is a little different. It's weird.
Do y'all think? I think that something we never talk about is how much social media is definitely a necessary evil. It's a necessary evil.
Okay.
And be a little serious for this one because I've always been a proponent of a lot of people don't have people that they can just talk to and be themselves around, or have people to talk to when they're feeling down or any type of emotion.
Right.
I think I'm lucky enough to kind of have more than a few people with that. I have y'all too. I got other people, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you're lucky, you're a lucky person, you got at least one or two.
Right.
So, there's a lot of people in the world that have zero.
Nothing, man.
This is where suicides come into.
Right.
This is where random acts of violence come from.
That's outrageous.
Because you don't have an outlet.
Right, a support
you don't
system.
Have an outlet, support system. Thank you. So what's the best one in the world? The biggest sounding board in the world is social media.
Yes.
Because you can do with it how you can base it based off the responses that you get. So if I don't get the response that I like, I could just throw it off on this imaginary person.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not talking about me.
Right,
I'm talking about somebody
right.
else. But if you get the desired results, you know, just trying to live life the best way I can. And
Thank you. Yeah,
it's
thank
kind of hard. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? But what does pisses me off is the infamous. Y'all know. Drum roll. Do. Hey, don't worry about it. Things will be all right. Who said it was about me? Like, motherfucker, you said it was, you said it was about you. And I got to say, like, people just don't have people to have outlets with. And I think it's to the point, you got kids now that are growing up. They've never lived in a world without social media. So this is it. This is it. So when people do things, I ask kids a lot, like, how much of that stuff you think is real? But maybe we need to start asking the adults. Because it's adults running around, going back and forth, arguing and fighting.
Beefing over the internet.
Beefing over it. Sounding like DJ Academic. Beefing with women like he does.
Right.
Like, I'm surprised Diddy didn't step in on that when him and Young Miami was going back and forth. Because Diddy would probably call him like, you don't play me, I'll smack you.
But it's almost like once you start publicly arguing with women, you've already coined yourself. Like, it's not even anything that Diddy needs to check because he's already played himself.
Have you ever won an argument with a woman on social media?
You can't. It's not possible.
Yeah,
if I start making jokes, then I feel like I've won. But at the end of the day, you're lost. As soon as she gets you upset, you're lost.
No. Soon as this is why you can't disagree with a chick on social media. They want the truth. No, they don't. No, they don't.
They want to win.
They're waiting. I think they have the phones back in the days. You press a few buttons and certain words just pop up. I think once chicks press BT, either butthurt or bitter is going to pop up or whatever.
Or gay.
They press IS, insecure is going to jump right up. Who hurt you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That. And then what kind of man? One time I ain't gonna front how deep. Chick was like, well, what kind of man sits up here and argue with a woman? And I was like, well, what kind of bitch are you with a real man?
What is
like
going
that.
on?
And the only reason why.
Yo, what is happening? What are you doing?
Hold on, why did you not immediately get off the internet?
Hold up.
No, if you can find the screenshot of this interaction, please send it to my inbox like immediately,
crazy.
please.
Hold up, but I want to do. I do want to say one thing though.
Right.
Ladies, y'all know I got love for y'all. And because I was told this weekend, I love the show. You say bitch a little too much. And I said, you know what? You're right. But at times, I try to drive home a point or whatever. And honestly, I don't like arguing with women or going back and forth with them. I just know when I say bitch, that's going to send them over the top. So that's my version of trolling. That's my version of trolling. Like, I can sit up there and read them like and just be like, oh, you are so unprofessional and just, whatever. But I know after her long, I had a chick tell me off crazily one time. She was just talking mad jump. She was like, yeah. It was just one of those, once she pressed send, the
wall of words came out.
Wall of words. So I read some of it, and then one of the parts she said, She said, guys like you talk to me. She was like, guys like you and other guys talk to me every day. So you know what I responded back with her? After she put that whole thing, I was like, niggas try to talk to you every day? And that was it. And everybody else, she bust out laughing. Like, I just gave her one sentence. I was like, niggas talk to you every day? And that was it. Oh, she went on to me after that, but it didn't even matter. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. Yeah, right. About 50 laughs on that.
Well, that's the problem with social media. For me, it's all fake for me. So I don't argue with people on social media. It's weird to me. It's all weird to me. It's all fake. Just like y'all try to put this fake narrative that I always be caping for these women.
That's real. That's a real narrative.
I don't like.
I do agree that social media is fake, but that's a real narrative.
Tell my wife that I'm really hard on women because I have a daughter, and I have to be hard on women because she gotta, she gotta be raised knowing that it's tough out here. You know what I mean? But
so you're raising your daughter, and so you're telling her it's hard out here for a pimp?
No, no one said that.
I want to make sure.
That's trying to make money for the rent. Right. That's gaslighting.
That's the definition of gaslighting.
That was the word of the year this year. I think
that was the word of the year.
Yeah, word of the year.
Social media is just weird because it's a necessary evil because you can use it to get popping.
Yeah,
but it's only the highlights. So it's like I take anything that I hear in media, period, with a grain of salt. It's all entertainment to me. Social media is the most non-social thing that there is right now. Like, you don't really have genuine interactions with people.
It's all representatives.
It is.
It's all representatives. And that's why, like you said, you take everything with a grain of salt. There isn't a thing on the internet that I read as gospel because it's all manufactured.
I did. At some point, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not gonna lie. When I first got on social media, I look back at a lot of my old posts and stuff, and I was like, damn, I used to argue, I used to get upset.
I remember teaching you internet, us having conversation about, yo, what the fuck is this your Instagram thing?
The reason why I used to take it as that is because if I know you personally, I'm assuming this is what I thought social media was. I thought whatever you was putting out there, this is who you are.
Right.
I didn't think representative. I thought representative if I didn't know you. But if I knew you, I'm like, well, you're not going to front.
Right.
That was not the case. So when they would say stuff that was in contrast to how they really are, I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
Right. Hold on.
You know what I'm saying? You work at such and such. But you got this $100,000 lifestyle you claiming, and I was saying
that's
and
crazy.
Then people don't know how to do.
I always found that to be crazy.
Oh, the $100 lifestyle.
Because I look at social media and I be like, why don't anybody say something? He is obviously lying, or she is obvious. I know you, but I don't want. I don't care.
Nobody wants to be that guy. Nobody wants to be that person.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I was that person.
You was that person for a while.
I was that person, and I got my ass chewed out because people was like, "You just hating." I'm looking like, what? I'm up here looking on the page like it was this one chick, and matter of fact, I'm not even going to use some.
He obviously still hates this bitch. Did you hear? I heard it. I know.
He said.
I'm going to leave her alone. Because she's still, first off...
No, this bitch is the bane of his existence.
Two things can be true. Two things can be true. Because, yes, you are right. Because I have yet to delete this bitch. She is still there. Because I need to see that.
I do that petty shit too, though. Yeah, so, right. See me win, bitch. Yeah, there you go.
But this one dude, he tells social media one night, yo, I just spent $30,000. We was at this club, that club, this club, that club. We gonna do it again tonight. Just so happened, I know said person. Okay. So I go, I'm like, yo, I text him, yo, where we at tonight? We going to such and such. Word, me too. I'm gonna meet you in there. We get there. This nigga asks for a drink. So I buy him from because I'm just thinking, all right, back and forth.
Yeah, right. Here we go. Yeah.
I buy him a drink. It's $20. First off, I'm monitoring that because I'm looking like, nigga, ain't no way. I was like, I hope you do got $30,000 to be drinking this shit all night.
Right.
He tried to come up again. Yo, my nigga, I drank that real fast. Let me get that. I was like, nigga, didn't you just say you just finished spending $30,000 in the last 3-4 clubs you was at? And he said it with a straight face. He was like, come on, man, that was just for the chicks. But I was like, nigga,
fact.
I believed you.
Yeah, right.
Because he wasn't super broke. Now, he lied about playing overseas and shit like that. He used to tell chicks he played in the NBA and all that. But this is before Google.
It's early in that. Early in that days.
And I'm just looking like, yo. But I'm looking like, when he told me he spent that kind of money, he did used to kind of play like some of these semi-pro teams and all that. So I'm like, okay, he might have got a few dollars. He got a
hell no, nigga.
Niggas
Niggas be saying shit like that. I be like, niggas might do it. I don't believe it. Like, nigga, no. I just spent $30,000 last night. Nigga, you spent $30 last night.
You spent 30.
Fuck is you talking?
You didn't even spend 300.
$30,000 in the club on a group of people.
Nigga, no, he didn't. Not if you posted it.
It's possible.
Nobody,
not us.
Like, niggas is not posting it. See, because what niggas don't understand is the flex is in being able to do it, not just not doing it. Don't nobody give a fuck. Don't nobody care that you spent $30,000 last night. You only would say that to try to impress somebody.
Facts.
If you could spend $30,000, then you just spent $30,000 last night, and you'll do it today or tomorrow if you feel like it.
Right.
But if you going to post it or say it, you trying to flex. You trying to give somebody the impression that you can do something that you most likely can't do.
Right.
So, for example, the nigga that can spend $30,000 is on social media faking like he in private jets. You see what I'm saying? Like, you only stunting on shit that you can't do. Otherwise, it would just be a video of you doing it. And they'd be like, yo, how much is that? Like, did he just throw?
Right.
Like, the niggas that do it, you be like, yo, wait a minute. You be on the post counting like, that was a lot of money. A nigga ain't just gonna come, yo, we just spent $30,000 last night. Yo, what are you talking about, bro? You corny. You not a bull. Like, you corny.
Not a bull.
Fuck is wrong with you? Shit crazy.
That's as the Philly boy said, nut ass nigga.
Nut ass.
You know, they got the funniest slang ever
Not
with
the
that
bull.
kind of shit. But the crazy thing is, so I'm chilling the other day. And I'm going online. So of course, you know, the good Kevin Samuels comes across, whatever. Chicks won't let him die. They won't let him rest in peace at all.
Right. They won't.
They really won't.
And they swear it's us too. Right. Like, they keep bringing it up. Like,
you know, your daddy died. Like, that's not my father. I know my father. Like, stop saying that shit.
It's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
So I was watching on my Instagram, watching a joint.
Okay.
And the chick was she was saying that women arguably live on easy mode. You know what I mean? She was saying that they get bailed out of everything. And her explanation was, you know, women have a bailout. If they get pregnant, they could get an abortion. If they need money, they can marry somebody and get half of the money. You know what I mean? If they lose their crib, they can go to a women's shelter. She was saying, she was pretty much just saying, like, it's always a bailout for a woman. And I just wanted to get y'all take on it, because me personally, this is actually a white girl that was saying this. But ironically, I'm always hearing, you know, protect black women, but I don't really feel like
there's a protect black man, right?
Exactly. I don't feel like there's a protect black man. If we get a chick pregnant, hey man,
step up.
It just is what it is.
Yeah,
you either step up or you a deadbeat.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Chicks get caught cheating and they're like, why did she cheat?
Right.
A guy get caught cheating, it's like, yo,
He a dog.
He a dog.
Right.
They all are.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just don't know. I just don't know. It's just a double standard.
100%.
You know what I mean? And I agree with the chick a little bit. It's a wild double standard.
The thing about it is, I don't really care how much of a double standard it is, because for the simple fact, most double standards are in favor of women anyway. Like, so I don't.
That's a fact.
Like, so I don't even really try that. That's trying to play the counting game. Like that, because us men, we only really have one double standard that women want that they'll never get. You know what? That's what the sex thing. Everything else is in their favor, but they want That's like the damn infinity stone that they can't ever get. That's the infinity stone they can never get.
That's like white people and nigga.
Pretty much.
That's like we get to say nigga, y'all get everything else.
They get everything else.
Yeah, everything else.
We just want to say nigga. But in terms of her saying, you know, women get bailed out, well, where's the lie? Because you got movies like Losing Isaiah, like she was a full-fledged crackhead.
Full-fledged.
like
a real
just
active.
like
It's a fact.
like he was an active crackhead,
Right.
and there still was a case for the to be had to get her child back, because at the end of the day it was still her child. So that maternity thing is something different. In terms of men, we have to what's the term? Grit and bear it, or whatever, how it goes, whatever.
Yeah, grin and bear it. Yeah.
Grit and bear it, because
Is it grin and bear or grit and bear?
It's grin and bear it.
It's
Yeah, I think it's
Grin and
I
bear it.
believe
Yeah,
more
he's
so
supposed to.
grin.
Yeah,
That sounds.
so to smile through the pain.
Oh, yeah,
Damn.
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That's even worse. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, we just gotta smile and just
Yeah,
take
yeah,
it.
it's grin and bear it. Yeah.
See, the thing about it is, we have to take it because they still want these super masculine guys that don't cry but cry a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Type thing. Oh, the do the right thing at all costs and everything else like that. And I'm like, why do you think like back in the day for real? That's why it was a lot of early marriages, because that was like the thing to do.
Yeah.
It's like you get a woman pregnant,
You got to marry her.
you got to marry her. That's where the term "make her honest woman,"
Right.
or whatever.
Right.
That's where that term comes from. Now, granted, that term is going out the window because people is like, "Shit, we can still have this kid. I don't know how honest you gonna be, but you know what I'm saying. We're not getting married just because you're pregnant."
I don't know. I
Things
think
like
the
that.
connotation came with, making an honest woman of it, because an unwed, mother was considered like, that's whorish to have a baby and not have a husband for it. So you married her to maintain her, I guess, veil of
Innocence? I don't know.
innocence, I guess. So like, it's just you're a worldly woman when you're out here as a single woman.
That's always crazy to me too.
Yeah, man.
One of the craziest questions I hear often is, how could she have a baby with him? Easy, she was fucking him.
Yeah, she's fucking him.
It's
That's
so weird. Like,
usually how it happens.
But the crazy thing is, when I hear women talk about how I was raised to be a single mother, I don't honestly, and I got something to say for a lot of things. I kind of be at a loss of words whenever I hear that. So I'm like, so let me get this straight. You were raised to one day have a child, and basically you forget paying all the bills, because that just makes
That's
a
stupid.
financial
Yeah,
conversation.
exactly.
But you were raised just to want to have a family all into yourself.
hold on.
And you don't need
Chicks
a man.
actually say they was raised to be a single mother?
Yes.
That's some wild
I've
shit,
heard
man.
it a
That
few
is
times.
outrageous.
That's some
Like,
I've
wild
heard it a
shit
few
to say, man.
times. Heard it a few times. Because they was like, so many women in my family. I've watched all the strong women do it all by themselves. So that's what we do it.
That's mental illness.
Oh shit.
It's mental illness.
Explain that, because
Because I feel honestly and truly that to raise a child in a fractured situation is to do them a disservice. So to automatically go in with the connotation that you feel like your child was born to be, or you were born to be a single parent, is some of the most, for lack of a better term, retarded shit I've ever heard in my life.
yo, as my daughter would say, you can't use the R word.
I can't use the R word. So, okay, but it's some stupid shit. It's some stupid shit. I can't agree with that notion, that mindset.
That's weird to me, because I ain't gonna hold you. That's the first time I heard
Yeah, raised to be a single mother.
raised to be a single
I
mother.
was telling you,
Wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
it wasn't so much. No, that first off, that is a direct quote as well.
Yeah, I figured it was something you just made up.
I
Right.
didn't make. I throw a little exaggeration on every now and then. That one was a direct quote.
Okay.
And the crazy thing about it is, me knowing this woman. See, this is the thing though, for the actual woman who said it. When she made the comment, I said, "Okay, I hear you," but she always gave off that yearning for wanting a guy in the household and a father. So I was always confused on what direction she was really going with this. Okay, so I'm like, so do you want to be super single mom, or I want this guy around? Now, because I think women have a problem with the want and need when it comes to a guy.
But that's two different things, though.
Yes.
That's two different things. Raised to be something and wanting something are two different things.
No, but I'm sorry to cut you off. What I'm trying to say is this. She said it, and there was a little bit of contradictory in what she said it too. You can say, oh, well, she never said she didn't want it. She said she didn't need it. No, we're not talking about the financial part of it.
Right.
When she said she was raised to be a single mother, it was one of these days you're going to have a kid, and don't worry about it if the guy's not around, because as long as you're able to do it, as long as you're able to take care of the kid, that's all that matters.
Trash.
And we get the rhetoric of Papa's baby, Mama's baby, Papa's baby.
Yeah.
Right. Get all that. But the whole thing is this. I got a guy, and he's doing an excellent job. His son is a senior, and his daughter's a junior.
Mm-hmm.
But the mother passed away when they were like 10.
Okay.
I was like, damn, we had this conversation. I was like, damn, life came at you fast. He was like, nigga, real fast, or whatever. And he was like, I wasn't ready for that, but I had to do what I had to do.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? And his kids are well dressed, behaved, and things like that. You know, he makes good money and things like that. So that was great. Because that's the first thing I'd be thinking. I was like, Dad, you know, financially, good thing. He got some breaks and things went because, and he was like, nah, they helped out a lot too. He said that shit was hard. He was like, that shit was hard. Yeah. So guys ain't running around. This is what I mean. Again, ladies, I don't understand why ladies always feel to make these sensational comments and be this way as if it's in direct opposition of a guy. Because we ain't walking around talking about, yo, I'm raised to be a single father. We would lose our minds. Doing what we got to do is one thing, but we ain't trying to do that.
Yeah, it's. I think, you know, to just get back to what she actually, the actual quote of it, it's that maybe she doesn't want a man, but a child needs his father. So though it's two different principles and practices. And once you have a child, I think we all understand and know that, like, bitch, this ain't about you no more. It's not. So you're setting your child up for failure if you have that mentality. Like, you are automatically putting your child at a disadvantage.
But is it a defense mechanism? Is it a
It's
a conditional? Is I'm trapped in my condition. Like all of the women in my family are single mothers, and they're preparing me. They think they're preparing me for what is to them inevitable.
You know what you just spoke on? That's a generational curse.
Okay.
That's what that is. Mm-hmm. If you have a bunch of single ass angry women in your family who don't have husbands, those are generational curses that somebody's got to break.
I mean, it is a generational curse, but it is reality. If everybody is single and everybody is single mothers and they have a daughter, it's almost like I'm trying to protect her. I'm trying to prepare her for life. And in turn, what they're doing is
through trauma.
Kind of
very good.
You're right, but what they're doing is because you got to prepare people for trauma too. Like, it's certain things in life that's inevitable.
Right.
Like,
right.
So maybe they think that is inevitable. So they just trying to prepare her.
That sounds a little bit like projection.
Right.
Because I don't think that's one of the things that's inevitable.
Right, because
I don't think it's inevitable either.
I don't think being a single mother or a single father is inevitable. Because I don't think anybody goes into it thinking, I don't want this person.
But it's
around,
generational curse, though. But it's
generational. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like it's like almost like at that point a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yes.
If all the women before you that have come before you were single mothers.
It's true.
So that's for you to do as well. Like, hell no.
But you only know what you know. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you can, but there's a way that you can. I believe the term is shadow work, where you can identify what's going on. You can see it. You can recognize it, but you also, in that turn, have to identify the problem and recognize where they went wrong. But first, we have to recognize that raising a child in a single-parent household is not the most conducive, ideal situation for a child. Not saying that it's destined for failure, but the most ideal situation for a child is to have two parents.
And you can know that, but if your condition is that this is all you know, you cannot think that that's possible. It's just like impoverished curse. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
If
I'm supposed to be broke.
If all I seen, the most money I seen somebody make in my immediate circle is $15 an hour, what is my aspiration?
Right, to be a postman.
You see what I'm saying? But if I've seen, see what I'm saying? But if I've seen somebody make six figures or better, then what is my aspiration?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I only know what I know. So if I haven't seen a cohesive family unit, then what is that?
A generational curse.
That's a fact.
Yeah, man.
Well, it's only but certain things that you can do to break these generational curses. Either you can go down the road of iniquity and continue it on, or you have to. Somebody has to jump out.
Do the work, man.
And just do the work. And
gotta do the work.
Because especially when it comes to the black family, we need the more. We gotta rough it out through some things. You just gotta rough it out through some things. And I'm talking about. And I kind of want to end it on this note, but the crazy thing is, you think of when I hear women say things like, "Oh, I want what my grandparents had." I'm like, well, look here, you do know your grandfather had a whole nother family across town. He was a drunk. See, because I don't like to just see cheating is so easy. So, you know what I'm saying? He might have been a drunk. He might have been an alcoholic. I ain't going to say drugs because that takes on a whole totally different thing. But there's other things that could break families up and things like that.
But you don't know what you don't know. And to go for what you're saying, the only way that I see that you break generational curses, to break anything is exposure. So people who are in a committed relationship with a strong family unit need to expose themselves to these other people that may not be. You might want to have a conversation with them. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way that you know better is to be exposed to somebody or somewhere that's doing this thing. Right. You see what I'm saying? It's no secret that most people that are in the NBA have touched the NBA floor before they were 12 years old. Facts. You see what I'm saying? They have been exposed to that. Right. You see what I'm saying? So, for example, my mom made six figures, so I've been exposed to that. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But somebody that hasn't been exposed to
doesn't know
a cohesive family unit don't know. So if you have one of those, hey man, rub elbows with somebody. Show them that you regular just like them, and they too can aspire to this. Right. You know what I mean? Right. That's why books are so important too, because books give you imagination. You can leave your condition. You see what I'm saying? But
100%.
If you can't imagine it, if you can't touch it, if you can't feel it or smell it or taste it, then it doesn't exist.
Right.
Yep.
It's not real to me.
And it's just like the old saying says, you gotta expose yourself. No woman is gonna be a woman until she sees a woman, and no boy is gonna be a man until he sees a man. Oshin's View. See you next week.
Peace.
Peace.